Hey, welcome back. We're talking about volunteer expectations, especially on the weekend. Recently, we talked about the 10 till 10 gathering. Today, we're going to be talking about after service, staying 10 minutes late, and why that's so important. I think that one of the things that develops the most healthy relationships at a church are the in between times. That's before service, after service, and the 2 minute mingle in the middle. That's when friends become family. That's when strangers become friends and friends become family. So I want to encourage you, if you're watching this video and you serve or lead in any capacity, to really do your very best to not rush out of service, but instead to take advantage of the time 10 minutes after service and hang around. Maybe you can position yourself intentionally by a door and shake someone's hand. You can position yourself intentionally in a place in the worship center or in the lobby to where you can cultivate and foster friendships and relationships. Staying 10 minutes late is really pays off in the long run. You begin to meet new people. You begin to see the church growing because you see how many people are coming to the church. And so I want to encourage you every single Sunday, whether you're serving or not, to just commit to staying after the service and just relating with people, talking with people, conversing with people. Converse with some new people, maybe people that you haven't met before. 10 minutes before, 10 minutes after, and during the 2 minute mingle, just be really intentional about how you spend your time here on campus on the weekend. I think that most of my friendships in church didn't happen while the pastor was preaching. That's because all of us were paying attention to the sermon, as we should. But most of my relationships happened while my parents were talking after church to people. I was hanging out with my friends. I was finding rocks to throw in the backfield, not at vehicles. I was finding the drum set to play after church. And so I want you to know that after church is where a lot of relationship is cultivated. And I want you to be prepared to stay 10 minutes late after the service. So 10 till 10 happens at 9:50. That's what we talked about in the last episode. And in this episode, I'm just trying to reiterate how we need to be relational people, how we don't need to just come to church and go home. It doesn't need to be so systematic or robotic, but instead we need to be intentional about hanging out after service, about hanging around and kind of seeing people that we don't normally see and reaching out to them, paying attention. Hey, that's person, they must be new here, or I haven't seen them in a long time. I haven't talked to them in a long time. To be very relational after service. So volunteer expectations, weekend expectations, come to 10 till 10, and then also be prepared to stay 10 minutes after each service.